Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Robert Canter. Someone once told me that when writing books, we learn more from the bad stories than we do from the good ones. In my less than humble opinion, the Goku Black arc of Dragon Ball Super definitely fits into the former category. I grew up with Dragon Ball and was really thrilled when it was resurrected. I still remember the standing ovation the Battle of Gods got when I saw it in theaters. It was also awesome to see Frieza, one of the biggest villains in Dragon Ball, and the history of anime and manga to come back from the dead. But it's no mystery that as Dragon Ball Super progressed, it started to tank, and the Goku Black arc is a perfect example. Personally, I thought this arc started well, but fell apart. When Goku Black was first revealed, everyone was wondering, who the hell is this guy? In Trunks' reality, Goku died from the heart virus before the androids attacked, so we had no idea who this was. Now, as cheesy and unoriginal as the evil doppelganger plot is, I'm sure there were several creative directions they could have gone with this. Some fans even speculated that this might be an evil Goten. But to find out that this was an evil Kai from the future that used the Super Dragon Balls to steal Goku's body, it's just convoluted, confusing, and more than a little anticlimactic. Also, Zamasu steals Goku's body and then teams up with himself from an alternate timeline. That takes narcissism and vanity to a whole new level. Future Zamasu is also the only person in canon that successfully uses any sort of Dragon Balls to wish for immortality. Naturally, every fan's reaction was this.
Can't wait to hear how you this up.
Let's stop and call Super Saiyan Rose and Fuse Zamasu exactly what they are. An excuse to sell more merchandise. You don't need me to tell you that the arc has some serious scaling problems, much like the rest of the series, so we'll just skip that part. Many fans agree that one of the biggest problems with this arc is that they killed off future Bulma too soon. There was room for a whole lot of drama if she lived to see Goku and Vegeta arrive in the time machine. Imagine how she would have felt seeing them both alive again, and seeing how much Vegeta had changed. Then imagine how Vegeta would have felt if he saw a version of his wife being killed by someone with Goku's face. But no, they just kill her before Trunks goes back into the past and before Black's face is even revealed. Before we get too deep into this subject, you need to understand that time travel stories are always confusing. Most time travel stories are classified with how they cope with time paradoxes. When future Trunks first traveled back in time during the Cell Saga, it was established that Dragon Ball operates on multiverse theory. It doesn't matter what Trunks does in the past because it doesn't affect his timeline at all. And that's all good and fine until we come to Dragon Ball Super. Multiverse theory operates under the assumption that every decision that we make creates a branch in the timeline. One where we made the decision and one where we didn't. In theory, this means there's an infinite number of possible realities. This obviously isn't the case in Dragon Ball Super. Here, the existence of time rings is revealed to us. There's only supposed to be one time ring that allows Supreme Kais to travel forward in time and back to the present. But if someone screws with time, an emerald ring is created along with an alternate reality. At the end of this arc, there are 6 time rings. Long story short, this implies that there are only 6 different timelines, not infinite. This also implies that the past, present, and future are all happening concurrently, and that everything is preordained, unless someone screws with time. This is also why Goku Black is alive with only one Zamasu, instead of a whole team or an army. One minor note here. During this arc, it's revealed that despite being married with 2 kids, Goku has never kissed anyone. That explains a lot.
Whoa! What was that, Trunks? You put your mouth on hers. That's so weird.
Kakarot, you've never kissed someone?
Huh? No, of course not. Why?
You're married and have children.
Yeah, duh, but what's that have to do with kissing?
You... Oh, no way.
No, tell me, is that like something people do?
To their credit, if Goku Black and Zamasu hadn't been dealt with, they would have become a threat to the entire multiverse, not just in future Trunks' time. The only reason Black came to Trunks' reality in the first place was because there were no destroyer gods. The time machine showed Black and Zamasu that it was possible to travel back in time, and they probably would have figured it out eventually. They also proved to be so powerful that they made Goku and Vegeta turn tail and run more than once. Not many villains can say that. It also can't be ignored that it took a literal Deus Ex Machina to put them down for good. But even if Zamasu had achieved his goal of multiversal genocide, that would have just made him the god of nothing. Didn't think that part through. Final verdict. I feel like this story arc had potential, but was poorly executed. As a result, what could have been a very compelling and interesting story ended up playing out like a bad fanfiction. #Canonize21. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and if you really want to help this channel, click one of the links in the description below and buy my books.